Hi, my name is Lopez Garza and I'm going to talk about addictive games. At any point of life, we have played any game, the game that you want. Candy Crush, FIFA, Halo. When you discovered this new game, you started to play it 1 day, 2 days, maybe 3 days. But if you started to play it month after month after month, maybe you have an addiction. Video game addiction is when the person prefers to stay in front of the television or the computer than playing outside with their friends, when they prefer to pass the level than to play a soccer game outside. It is a problem at these times in the world. Most of the teenagers are playing a lot of video games and they are not making any activity outside. During this speech, I'm going to talk about the definition of addiction to video games, the effects, and how can we solve this problem. Okay? How can we know that I have an addiction? Well, seriously, it is very difficult to know that we have an addiction. The first person that will tell to us maybe is a member of our family. If they are going to say something like, "Hey, you spend a lot of time playing there. Turn off it, and let's go play outside." And you will say, "Why? I just started it. I'm playing. The only thing that you want is to make me angry." And maybe that is not correct. Maybe you have an addiction. Addiction to video games is when you have a dependence on those games. When you want to be a lot of time there. But how can we identify an addictive player? Yes, it is very simple. I am going to tell you some of the points that are important to know that the person is addictive. The first one, if the person is absent when he is playing, maybe he has an addiction. If the person is more distanced from their family or friends, maybe he has an addiction. If the person has problems with the studies, has an addiction. If the person is very stressed when he is playing, maybe he has an addiction. And also, if the person doesn't pay attention to you, it's another signal that you have an addiction to the video games. But how can we solve this problem? It is very easy, and I have 3 points to you to say what can you do. The first one, play less the video game. An example, if you play it 2 or 1 hour per day, play less, play 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It will be difficult at the beginning, but then it will be normal. The second point, after you play less, start to play less days. For example, if you play every day, start to play 2 or 3 times per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then you will have better results. And the third and most important, go outside, play with your friends, play soccer, not playing the video games all the time. During this speech, we saw the definition of addiction to video games, the effects, and how can we solve this. In my personal opinion, I love to play video games. I love to play FIFA and I love to play sports of video games, okay, video game sports. But I prefer to be outside than playing here because outside there are real persons, and here are only machines. The people can be in a club. I am in a club in the middle school, and I love it because I am passing the time with my friends and not passing the time with a computer.